One, two, three. Good evening to all of you, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm extremely happy and privileged to have today Dr. C.V. Singh sir. He's the principal of the very prestigious Raval Public School, and it is our humble faith and our humble honor, I would say, that today we have C.V. Singh sir to speak to us about issues that haven't spoken before, and even if spoken before, I would say he's going to speak this from his heart. दिल से उनको बात करनी है आप लोगों से, तभी उन्होंने बहुत generously हमारा accept किया है invitation that yes, he's going to come talk to our community and also tell some very practical solutions कि किस तरह से COVID-19 के वक्त सारे schools means within a night सब close हो गया था, किस तरह से उन्होंने भी वो situation face किया और just face नहीं किया. He is even now he is trying and testing a lot of methodologies to come out of it, and taking care of health in this unprecedented time is one of the most crucial things for our best principal honored by various categories around India. So let's welcome, put our hands together, let's welcome Dr. C.V. Singh. And
thank you, Anupama ma'am. Thank you so much. It's a great honor to me to be with you.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for actually taking our invitation, accepting the very fact that you are going to come. I will first start with, sir, how are you?
I am absolutely fine.
And welcome to MB class. It is our episode 8 and we are very happy to welcome you into our episode 8 because I'm sure that हमारे बच्चे, parents, teachers जो हमसे इस वक्त जुड़ रहे हैं उनको आगे अभी आने वाले टाइम पे जो आधा घंटा आने वाला है बहुत कुछ अच्छा मिलने वाला है. They are going to take back something very nice for sure. So I'll begin with very important. मैं आपको personally भी जानकर and I know how energetic, how much you are ready to service the educational front in a go. But to start with, during this COVID-19 time, what do you think? What were the 4 things that helped you to face the situation? बोलते हैं डार्विन ने बोला survival for the fittest. What was your fittest practice tricks to survive this time?
Thank you, Anupama ma'am. It's your generosity to give the honor to the people, and you are helping a lot at all the fronts. You have been a role model for the numerous of teachers and for the students also. It's my great honor to share the screen with you. When the school was closed, there was darkness all around. All of a sudden, the school was shut and nothing was clear. Everybody was in panic. What will happen? What will happen? I found 3 things very important at that time. Number 1, personal health. Number 2, your social network. And number 3, your savings, your wealth. I applied 4C formula when there was a fear all around, panic all around. The first C was the communication. I started communication with my teachers, with my parents, with my students, and with my management. Because without communication, I cannot clear the things in their mind. I told them that when we will remain connected, second C, connect. If we remain connected, then certainly we will find the solution of most of the problems. In my mind, I always think that two things are very much important in the life. you do not have the solution of each and every problem. Sometimes we have to wait, watch, we have to have patience. Time and patience is the solution of most of the problems. I started prayer of serenity at this time. Prayer of serenity says, "Oh God, give me the strength to accept the things which I cannot change, and courage to change the things if I can. I cannot find the solution of the COVID-19, but something is in my hand that I can do. So I always pray to the Almighty to give me the strength to bear all the things. So I did 4C. Number 1, I communicate, I connect, I correct, and then I collect.
Okay.
Because financial resources was very much important at that time. If A will not help B, B will not help C, C will not help D, then who will help A?
Absolutely.
We have to start help one another. So I connected with my parents through communication. I developed faith in them. I communicate with the students. I inspire them. I motivate them. That time once gone will never come back.
How did you communicated with them? But because just even now communication एक बहुत बड़ा issue हो जाता है. Many a times parents don't agree to communicate. Many a times parents hesitate to communicate. So उस वक्त many a times teachers also hesitate to communicate. उस वक्त what do you do ताकि communication बहुत easy हो जाए?
I had the data of all the students, their contacts numbers. So Zoom was the you can say a blessing at this time. So I started meeting through Zoom to the parents, to the students. In the beginning, it was problem for some time, but after that, parents, students accepted it, and I found their suitable time when they were available at their home in the evening, on Sundays, on Saturdays. So through Zoom meeting, I communicate with them. Technology is a bliss at this time. Technology helped a lot. Now, online teaching, online meeting has become new normal. We all have accepted it now. The nursery KG student is also studying online. They are also learning rhymes. They are also doing activities. They are also doing yoga with the teacher. Health is very much important. And health is not only the physical health. Our mental health, our social health, our emotional health is very much important. If we are not socially connected, we cannot be emotionally strong. To be emotionally strong, we have to be socially healthy. If I have no friend, no communication with the society, with the people, with the friends, then certainly I will lose my emotional health. People commit suicide. When they commit suicide, when they are not sharing their problems with anyone, when they have no friends, they break their communication. So we have to communicate with our friends, with our relatives, whenever we have the problem. And certainly we will find the solution.
एक चीज मुझे और आपसे पूछी थी that during this COVID-19 time, of course, there are a lot of changes in educational system overall. आपकी नजर में ऐसा कौन से changes है जो कि आने वाले 4-7 साल completely बदल देगा education system का? What are the changes? How we are adapting to the changes? What are the changes? How we are adapting to the changes?
Ma'am, basically there is a lot of change in teaching side. Now the formal education, classroom education has shifted to online education. Now the students who believe in self-study, they can only do better in coming future. Now we cannot force the students to study. We cannot force them to come to school. So students have to take their own responsibility now. Parents have to take the responsibility. In earlier days, parents used to say, we are sending the child to the school. Now it is the responsibility of the teacher to correct the child, to educate the child. But now parents have to share the responsibility. Teacher is only guide, only a mentor. Teacher is not only a source of information nowadays for the students. They have multiple sources of knowledge nowadays. So the role of teacher has changed now. The teacher is now only a facilitator, a mentor, a guide, a friend, not only information provider. So now parents have to come forward to help the students. If the parents will not help, students will not study nowadays. They have to make a timetable of the students.
So,
They have to connect the students with the teachers.
Absolutely, absolutely. क्योंकि यहाँ पे हमारे बहुत सारे listeners, they are youngsters. For them, it's a very new thing कि through Zoom or through any other online medium they are studying. उस वक्त teachers बहुत important role play करते हैं for giving the knowledge that they're giving. Coming time or even now, what are the things that your school teachers are doing जो कि बच्चों को easily education दे रहा है online के through ही, apart from making question, of course they're making great presentations, great question papers. Apart from doing that, anything very particular that they are doing?
Ma'am, at this time, I have instructed my teachers to connect them first, to take care of their health. Health is very much important. So before teaching them, before giving them any kind of instructions, now teachers are focusing on the health of the student. They are doing yoga every day in the morning classes. They are reciting prayers. They are giving them practical homework. They are giving them project work. They are minimizing their screen time. They are giving them the things which the students can do independently. Learning is not only by reading or only by teaching. The mainly learning is done by doing. So now the teachers are focusing on doing part. They assign them any work, any project which the students can do at their home. So keep them engaging is the most important factor at this stage. If the students are engaged, certainly they will learn something.
Absolutely. Sir, when you are saying keep the students engaged, I come to a point, but I will also ask you what are the new opportunities that are opening for the students as well as for the teachers, because I deal with mostly rural teachers and small school teachers, and many teachers have lost their jobs without even given prior notice. Side aside, what are the new opportunities for the students as well as for the teachers that goes simultaneously, that survives in the ecosystem, the new ecosystem that we are creating for the education?
Ma'am, every challenge comes with the opportunity. Every challenge. I gave the teachers CEAT formula. CEAT. C stands for creativity. The teachers traditional teachers cannot survive for a long time now. They have to be creative. They have to find out new ideas about their teaching. They have to make their teaching easy, interesting, effective, and result oriented. They have to be more productive now. So teachers have to be creative. And E stands for efficient. Now this is the time of experts. If teachers are not expert of their subject, because now teacher is not confined only to the classroom. Teacher within a night has become now a global teacher. Now
Yes.
teachers, the American students also, Australian also, Chinese also. Teacher is not confined to the boundary of the classroom or to the school now. So it's a great opportunity for the teachers to be a global teacher. They can teach anywhere in the world and at any time. No time now fixed for the teachers. So it's the time, but for the only efficient teachers. And then we come for A. A stands for attitude. They have to keep their attitude positive. They have to be affirmative. If they are not positive in the mind, they cannot attract the students towards them. So they have to be positive in their mind. And now come for T. T for technology. They have to be techno-friendly. How we can use the technology to improve our own skills, to communicate with the students, to develop our own self. So without help of technology, teachers cannot survive now. So they have to be techno-friendly. They have to learn also, and they have to make the students learn also through technology. So it's a great opportunity for the teachers and great opportunity for the students also. Now students are saving their time. First, they give most of their time in going to the school and coming from the school to and fro to school. Some schools are very far. So now they are saving their time. They are saving their energy. They were traveling for 1 to 2 hours in school bus to going to their school and coming back to their home. And now they are saving their wealth also, money also. Now they are not paying so much as they used to pay to schools. So students are saving their time, their energy, their money, and now they are not limited only to the school teachers, one teacher. Now they have multiple resources of learning. So it's a great opportunity for the students also to learn from the various factors, from the various resources. So I really, it's a challenging time, but good students are doing wonderful at this time. They are giving mock tests, they are giving online tests, they are giving tests through Google Form. My students are doing very well on online tests. They are communicating with the teachers, solving their problems. So it's an opportunity for both teachers also and for students also. Teachers are also at their home now. They are giving more time to their family. They used to did not give earlier. So they are giving more time to their family. They are in the room, they are at home. So they are giving time to develop their own skills also. I take it very positively. COVID-19 certainly a challenge, but it's an opportunity for the teachers and for the students also for their own development. They have now more free time to work on themselves.
I'm completely agreeing to what you're saying. As the school reopens, there will be new job opportunities also for the teachers. So as a principal, what you are looking for when you will be hiring a teacher? Of course, there will be the standard method of BA qualification hona chahiye, B.Ed hona chahiye, experience hona chahiye. Apart from that, what are the things that you will be looking for hiring a teacher?
When now the school will open, traditional teaching will not go as it was earlier.
Absolutely.
School will open only for 3 days in a week or will run in double shift. So now more young, energetic, efficient, creative, technocrat teachers will be required. The teachers who are not handy with the technology, they are not to survive in the coming time.
सर जो लोग ऑलरेडी जैसे कि बहुत सारे टीचर्स हैं जिनके 20, 25, 30 years they have experience. So for them they may not be technology friendly, but they have experience. For them, what you will suggest?
Ma'am, sometimes experience is negative. What I learned in last 30 years is not being used nowadays. Those teachers
things to relearn
who
the
have
things.
experienced long experience, they have to forget about their experience. They have to compete with the youngsters, those who are coming from the universities at this time, those who have communication skills, strong in their technological part,
Absolutely.
those who understand the psychology of the students, new career opportunities for the students. Now new education policy has come, so we have to focus on the vocational part. So we have not to keep the past thing in the mind, we have to keep the coming things in the mind.
Absolutely.
So those who have experience, they have to forget about their experience, they have to gain new experience. All the student who is schooling now will come to market for the job after 10 to 20 years. So if I cannot think 20 years ahead today, I certainly cannot help my students to get a job and to prepare for the job.
So when you're talking about 20 years ahead, okay, what you're thinking, after 20 years, we don't know what the jobs will be created. We don't know what it is going to be. But still, what are the basics that a parent, teacher, and a student should know? Basics of how the society, the techno world, the school world, the education system, how it is going to change. What are the basics that a parent should know? And then I ask you, what are the basics that a teacher should know, and what are the basics that a student should know?
For the parents, the most important thing is the health of their children.
And also themselves.
In the coming time, for themselves also, for the children also. Number one, they have to be skilled, expert at one point, at one thing. Multitasking is not a good thing. They have to make a target. Now, according to new education policy, a student can study vocational subject even from class 6. From class 9th, they can opt any subject. No boundary of stream nowadays. So those parents or students who will focus on one thing will make an aim from the very beginning, put their whole strength in development, they only will be happy in coming days. If you are not understanding the time, the need of the time, certainly they will face problem in the coming time. Only acquiring degree, certificate will not be so useful in the coming time. Skills will be useful, knowledge will be useful, application of knowledge will be useful, researchers will be useful. So they have to find out the new things, new ideas in the coming time. Traditional things will not go on.
So I do a thing for the students or for even myself. Do you think it's a good idea? I will just share with you. I write 2 ideas every day. 2 ideas I write. I watch news or anything that I watch. I write 2 ideas and I note it down. And in a month or so, मैं वापस जाती हूँ अपने ideas में and I see हाँ कौन सा workable है, कौन सा workable नहीं है. Do you think it's a good idea? Write down your ideas.
I could not understand your question. Voice was not clear.
Okay. मैं क्या करती हूँ सर, इन अ डे अगर मेरे दिमाग में कुछ आइडिया आता है 1 or 2, मैं उसको लिख देती हूँ, राइट इट. So do you think it's a good idea कि हम पेरेंट्स या टीचर्स को भी सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं?
Ma'am, certainly there is no certain place and time to learn. We have to keep our mind open 24 hours. Everywhere we can learn at any age, anywhere, from anyone, from any way. So when our mind is open, heart is open, we have certain aim in our life, we can learn anything from anywhere. It's my idea also. Even whenever I am traveling, whenever I get any idea, I also write it down. Whenever I am listening something, I found new words, I immediately note down them. I notice the people very closely. I learn lot of things from you also. The way you communicate, the way you dress up yourself, the way you present yourself, the way you help the people, the students, the teachers, the society, the charitable work that you are doing. It is really marvelous. So we have to live for the people. We have to open ourselves for the people so that they can learn from ourselves. Most of the time we learn by watching, not by preaching.
Yeah.
So you are doing a great job. You are not preaching. You are doing. You are showing the people how the people should live like a happy life, a productive life.
My next question is, during this COVID time, आपने कोई गलती की है जिससे आपने सीखा है? Because every one of us made some mistakes, trial and error होते रहते हैं. What were the mistakes you made and you learned from it?
I started thinking lot of negative things. अब क्या होगा, अब कैसे होगा, जॉब चली गई, सैलरी कट गई, अब कैसे होगा, स्कूल बंद हो गए. But I started focusing on health first. I regained myself. I can tell all the people through you, spiritual health is most important part of the health. If you are spiritually healthy, you are emotionally healthy, you are socially healthy, you are morally healthy, and you are physically and mentally healthy. So if one has to find out the solution of the problems, so the single solution is be spiritual. Connect yourself to the Almighty. He will give you the strength to come out from all the problems. So I connected myself with Him. I became little bit spiritual. I learned it from you also. You told me to do yoga in the morning.
Yeah.
5 minutes linked with that Almighty will give you the strength to live for 24 hours happily. Spiritual health is very much important to come out from all the problems. Those who are listening to me, whether they are teachers, whether they are students, or whether they are parents, whatever is your religion, whatever is your caste, whatever is your faith, give some time to your spiritual health and you will find a tremendous change in your personality, in your thought process.
You know what I learned from you right now is that it's okay to have negative thoughts, but it's also important the moment you realize कि मुझे negative thoughts हो रहे हैं और मुझे अपने पूरे body को energize करना है, तो आप you can listen to talk shows from Sadhguru or from any other spiritual leaders. There is Ravi Shankar and so many others, Gaur Gopal Das. को सुनिए और अपने पॉजिटिव थॉट को वापस लाइए. So sitting at your position, sir, when you are saying I had negative thoughts, I had this many thoughts, but I again get back to my spiritual myself, and that's where I gained the courage to face, to overcome, and you're still trying. So that's immensely respectful, I would say, communication and acceptance, and that shows you're extremely strong and very, very, very determined. I would also like to say to our audiences who are listening to us right now that thank you so much for joining us first, and secondly, it's very important for us to learn from sir. Being into that particular position also, उन्होंने कभी हार नहीं माना है, उन्होंने change को accept किया है और अपने आप को modify किया over the period of time. Sir, हमारा दो चीज रह गया था, टीचर्स को किस तरह से अडॉप्ट करना चाहिए आने वाले टाइम के लिए और स्टूडेंट्स को किस तरह से अडॉप्ट करना चाहिए, दोनों के लिए थोड़े से दो शब्द.
टीचर्स को सबसे पहले अपनी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स पर काम करना चाहिए. क्योंकि अब आप केवल अपने एरिया में नहीं पढ़ा रहे हैं, आप पूरे वर्ल्ड को पढ़ा रहे हैं, तो आपकी अपने लैंग्वेज पर कमांड होनी चाहिए, आपको प्रेजेंटेशन आनी चाहिए, आपको टू द पॉइंट पढ़ाना चाहिए और आपको एडवांस आना चाहिए. यदि आप एडवांस पढ़ाते हैं, आपकी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स ठीक है, आपका पढ़ाया हुआ समझ में आ रहा है, तो ऑल अराउंड द वर्ल्ड पीपल विल सर्च यू. आप अपने छोटे छोटे वीडियोस बनाएं, यूट्यूब पर डालें, दुनिया का बच्चा देखेगा, आपको कांटेक्ट करेगा. ये आपका एक इनकम का सोर्सेस भी है. आपकी पर्सनैलिटी डेवलप होगी, आपकी इमेज बिल्ड होगी, आपका प्रोफेशन इंप्रूव होगा. और चाहे स्कूल में आपकी जॉब रहे न रहे, स्कूल आपको रिटायर कर सकता है, लेकिन यदि आप ऑनलाइन पढ़ाने लग जाते हैं तो जब तक आपकी सांसें चलेंगी, आपकी आवाज निकलेगी, आप बच्चों को पढ़ाओगे, आप अपने घर में बैठ के बच्चों को पढ़ाओगे. तो डेवलप योर कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स. हार नहीं मानना. स्कूल खुलेंगे, बच्चे आएंगे, फीस देंगे और सैलरी मिलेगी, जॉब भी मिलेगी. ये हारने का टाइम नहीं है. यहाँ पर सभी टीचर्स के लिए मैं 2 लाइन बोलना चाहूंगा जो जनरली वो सुनते हैं और उसको वो मिस इंटरप्रेट करते हैं. और वो 2 लाइन है मैम, रामचरितमानस से. जब भरत जी अयोध्या में आते हैं राम वनवास के बाद, दशरथ जी की मृत्यु हो चुकी होती है और वहां पे हाहाकार मच रहा होता है, सब कुछ बर्बाद लगता है. तो जब भरत जी विलाप करते हैं तो वशिष्ठ जी उनको समझाते हुए कहते हैं कि सुनो भरत, भावी प्रबल बिलक कहु मुनिनाथ, हान लाभ जीवन मरण, यश अपयश विद्यात. हे भरत, जो होना है वो तो होकर ही रहेगा. कुछ चीजें ईश्वर ने अपने हाथ में रखी हैं, तुम उसमें कुछ नहीं कर सकते. तुम क्या कर सकते हो? तुम ये कर सकते हो कि हानि तो होगी, लेकिन हानि में भी हार नहीं मानना. ये तुम्हारे हाथ में है. नुकसान तो होगा, लेकिन आपने हारना नहीं है. दूसरा, यश अपयश सर्टेनली ऊपर वाले के हाथ में है, लेकिन आपने खुद कोई ऐसा काम नहीं करना जिससे आपका अपयश हो. सब कुछ भरत के साथ में हुआ, लेकिन आज भी भरत का सम्मान बना हुआ है, क्योंकि भरत ने कोई गलती नहीं की थी. उसको अपयश नहीं मिला, उसका यश बढ़ा. और जीवन मरण ये भगवान के हाथ में है, लेकिन जीवन कैसे जीना है जब तक हम जिंदा हैं वो हमारे हाथ में है. मृत्यु उसके हाथ में है, लेकिन जीवन तो हमारे हाथ में है. तो हमें अंतिम सांस तक हार नहीं माननी, अपना जोश नहीं खोना, उत्साह नहीं खोना, अपने ऊपर काम करना है, अपनी स्किल्स को डेवलप करना है. भगवान डेफिनेटली हमारी हेल्प करेगा. तो हमारा काम यह है हाउ टू लिव अ लाइफ एट अ डिफिकल्ट टाइम. ऑल स्टूडेंट्स के लिए भी बता दूं मैम, मैं ये उनके लिए गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी है. इस टाइम पर 80% बच्चे आउट ऑफ कंपटीशन हो चुके हैं. अगर आपके पास में एक्सक्यूजेस हैं कि मेरे पास में इंटरनेट नहीं है, मोबाइल फोन नहीं है, हम तो गांव में रहते हैं, हम तो गरीब हैं, हमारे पास साधन नहीं है, इसका आपको कभी भी कोई बेनिफिट नहीं मिलेगा. कोई ग्रेस मार्क्स नहीं मिलेंगे आपको इस बात के कि साहब हम तो गरीब हैं, हमारे पास साधन नहीं है. आपको साधन जुटाने होंगे, जिस बच्चे के घर में मोबाइल है आप वहां चले जाइए, आप मोबाइल शेयर करिए। कम्युनिटी सेंटर्स हैं, टीवी लगे हुए हैं, आप वहां पर जाके पढ़िए। गवर्नमेंट ऐसे बच्चों की हेल्प कर रही है, डीटीएच के माध्यम से, एनसीईआरटी के माध्यम से, सीबीएसई शिक्षा ऐप के माध्यम से बच्चों को टेलीविजन पर फ्री एजुकेशन मिल रही है, वो वहां से पढ़ सकते हैं। ये जरूरी नहीं है कि मेरे पास में इंटरनेट होगा तो ही मैं पढ़ूंगा, वो कहीं भी जाके पढ़ सकते हैं, वो टीवी से पढ़ सकते हैं, वो रेडियो से पढ़ सकते हैं, वो किसी के घर पर जा सकते हैं, शेयर कर सकते हैं। जो चीज मेरे पास नहीं होती मैं दूसरों से मांग भी तो लेता हूँ। तो अच्छे लोग वो होते हैं जो दूसरों से लेके काम चला लेते हैं। अगर मेरे पास नहीं है तो कोई बात नहीं। तो स्टूडेंट्स को चाहिए कि वो वेट न करें कि स्कूल खुलेंगे तो पढ़ेंगे, टीचर पढ़ाएंगे तो पढ़ेंगे। उन्हें जगना होगा, खड़ा होना होगा, आगे बढ़ना होगा। और बच्चों ये बिल्कुल फैक्ट है, जो पढ़ेगा वही आगे बढ़ेगा, जो नहीं पढ़ेगा वो रुक जाएगा, और जो रुक गया समझ लो उसको जंग लग जाएगी, वो खत्म हो जाएगा। लोहा देखा है ना आपने, लोहा कितना मजबूत होता है, लेकिन जब वो एक जगह पड़ा रहता है उसको जंग लग जाती है और वो लोहा मिट्टी बन जाता है। तो चाहे आप कितने ही पावरफुल हैं, आप इंटेलिजेंट हैं, यदि आप एक जगह बैठे रहेंगे, आप मेहनत नहीं करेंगे, आगे नहीं बढ़ेंगे, सीखेंगे नहीं, तो आपकी नॉलेज बेकार हो जाएगी, आपकी हेल्थ बेकार हो जाएगी, आप बहुत पीछे छूट जाएंगे। तो बच्चों जगो, खड़े हो, आगे बढ़ो, पढ़ना सीखो, अपनी प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन निकालो। ये अनुपमा मैम जैसे लोग दुनिया में पढ़ा रहे हैं बच्चों को, इंटरनेशनल लेवल के टीचर हैं, ट्राइबल बच्चों को पढ़ा रहे हैं, मध्य प्रदेश में, कर्नाटका में, उड़ीसा में, ये ऐसे बच्चों को पढ़ा रहे हैं जिनके पास में कोई साधन नहीं है। तो आप ऐसे लोगों से जुड़िए, इन मैम को आप फोन करिए, कम्युनिकेट करिए, ये आपको हर चीज प्रोवाइड कराएंगे। तो ऐसे दुनिया में लोग हैं, भगवान अनुपमा जैसे लोगों को भेजता है आप जैसे लोगों की हेल्प करने के लिए। तो जिसके पास में कोई साधन नहीं है वो अनुपमा मैम को कांटेक्ट करो, she will provide you each and everything at any time.
Absolutely, thank you so much sir, and also thank you so much that आप आए हमारे इस शो पे और इतना ज्यादा आपने हमें मोटिवेट किया है। एंड आई विश कि हम आपको बार बार ला पाए और बार बार आप अपने इसी स्वर्णिम आवाज के थ्रू हमें हर वक्त हर एक राह दिखाते रहे, हमारे टीचर्स, हमारे बच्चे, हमारे पेरेंट्स को हर वक्त राह दिखाते रहे। थैंक यू सो मच फ्रॉम आवर टीम, फ्रॉम माई सेल्फ।
एक लाइन के साथ में मैं एंड करता हूँ अनुपमा मैम, सभी पेरेंट्स के लिए, स्टूडेंट्स के लिए और टीचर्स के लिए भी। लिव एज इट इज द लास्ट डे ऑफ आवर लाइफ। मुझे नहीं पता कल क्या होगा, मैं जिंदा रहूंगा नहीं रहूंगा, आज तो मैं जिंदा हूं, आज मुझे ऐसे जीना चाहिए जैसे मेरी जिंदगी का ये दिन आखिरी दिन है। लिव एज इट इज द लास्ट डे ऑफ माई लाइफ and learn as I will live here forever। और ऐसे सीखो कि मैं इस दुनिया से कभी नहीं जाऊंगा, मैं हमेशा यहीं रहूंगा।
बिल्कुल।
थैंक यू वेरी मच टू ऑल ऑफ यू।